UW men's Big Ten tourney hopes take hit with overtime loss to Rutgers. After expanding to 18 teams, the Big Ten tweaked the format of its men's basketball tournament that excludes 3 teams at the bottom of the standings. At the time, the changes drew criticism from hoop purists, but in hindsight the new league tournament rules added suspense and intrigue that would otherwise be non-existent to produce Wednesday night's thrilling and high-stakes matchup between Washington and Rutgers. Both teams are among 8 squads clustered near the bottom of the Big Ten and scrambling for a postseason berth in the final 3 weeks of the season. In a hotly contested game in which neither team led by more than 6 points, the Huskies stumbled in overtime and lost 89-85, which severely hampers their playoffs hopes. "That was a high-level basketball game," Coach Danny Sprinkle said. "Both teams and guys making big plays. It was just back and forth the entire time. Big-time players making big-time plays. They just made one more play than us." Makai Mason and Vazamana Diallo each had 20 points, while Great Osabor and Tyler Harris both tallied 17 for Washington, which fell to 13-13 and drops into a 16th-place tie with Northwestern in the Big Ten with a 4-11 league record. "It seems like every game here for the past 4 to 5 games has been like a Super Bowl for us that we've had to win," Sprinkle said earlier this week. "All you want to do is make the next game bigger than the last game. We've done that recently. This is a very important game. Does it shut the door on either one of us? No, but it is a crucial game for both of us." Despite their records, neither team is over .500. This felt like a postseason slugfest between bitter old rivals rather than the first-ever matchup between teams on opposite ends of the continent. The game featured a brilliant performance from Rutgers freshman guard Dylan Harper, who is a projected high lottery pick in this summer's NBA draft and finished with 34 points, 3 shy of his career high. The Scarlet Knights' other star freshman Ace Bailey, who is also expected to be a top draft pick, recovered from a slow start and finished with 18 points, including 13 in the second half in OT. "You can see why they're NBA top 5 draft picks," Sprinkle said. "Their size, athleticism, and length. They just played at a different speed than everybody else on the floor. The game is really easy, especially for Harper." Harper converted 9 of 18 shots, 4 of 8 three-pointers, and sank 12 of 14 free throws while also tallying 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Still, Washington nearly overcame Rutgers' dynamic duo with a balanced offensive attack that shot 52.3% from the field, 47.1% on three-pointers, 8 for 17, and had 7 more field goals. However, the Scarlet Knights won the game at the free throw line where they sank 26 of 37 shots while the Huskies were 9 of 15. During the game, Sprinkle and the crowd of 8,036 at Alaska Airlines Arena fumed at the referees following a handful of questionable calls. "I felt like we were trying to be aggressive too," Sprinkle said. "I'd have to watch the tape on that. I thought a couple of times our guys were in position and made some good plays." Mason, who fouled out for the first time this season, took responsibility for the lopsided foul disparity. "We had some breakdowns where we were one step late or giving the refs a choice of calling it or not," Mason said. "I feel like if we just stuck to our game plan a little better and was one step ahead instead of one step behind, we wouldn't have been in those situations to even foul. It's something we can control. It's on us." The Scarlet Knights, who led 42-39 at halftime, took advantage of Huskies' defensive gaffes and connected on 10 of 14 free throws in the first half, while UW was 4 of 7 at the line. Rutgers led 51-46 early in the second half when Mason took over. The 6'5" junior guard, who connected on a career-high 6 three-pointers in his last outing, canned back-to-back threes that tied it at 52-52. Washington increased its lead to 62-57 with 10:13 left, but couldn't shake free of Rutgers. The lead changed 8 times the rest of the way, and neither team led by more than 4 points. Washington appeared to take control when Osabor backed down freshman forward Dylan Grant, spun and sank a layup to go up 81-80 with 36 seconds left. On the ensuing possession, Kepnang and Ihanacho double-teamed Harper near the top of the key to force a turnover with 12.3 seconds on the clock. However, Diallo stood out of bounds near the corner and his inbound pass to Osabor at mid-court was stolen by Jeremiah Williams, who drew a 5th foul from Osabor and made one of 2 free throws to tie it at 81-81 with 9.3 seconds left. "It's on me," Sprinkle said. "I probably shouldn't have my freshman take the ball out in that situation. I should have called timeout." Rutgers retained possession, but the game went into overtime after Harper missed a three-pointer in the final second. In the extra period, the Scarlet Knights, 13-14, 6-10, went 0 for 7 from the field, but made 8 of 12 free throws, including 4 from Bailey and 3 from Harper to secure the win and snap a three-game losing streak. Without Osabor and Mason in overtime, Washington shot 2 for 8 on field goals in the extra period and did not attempt a free throw. Still, UW had its chance at the end. Down 3 points with 15 seconds left and no timeouts, Diallo rushed a contested three-pointer that missed badly with 3 seconds left. "It's a tough one to swallow," Sprinkle said. "Got to let it hurt until midnight and then we got to get back after it tomorrow." The Huskies take off Thursday for the final extended road trip that includes Saturday's game at Iowa and matchup against Wisconsin on Tuesday. "We all know the team that we have and we're going to keep fighting," Mason said. "The next game we play is like a must-win. So just learn from this and carry this frustration onto the next opponents."